The Orcs of Mordor are now in the Last Alliance mod. Welcome back, guys. We're here with the new update for Last Alliance Total War, which is a Lord of the Rings mod for Shogun 2. And oh boy, it is great to see Mordor here. Like, they are kind of like the main evil force in like Middle Earth, and like you felt like with just all these good factions, you're like, we're just doing good versus good now. But oh boy, Mordor being here allows you to do some proper, really nice good versus evil battles. And I personally feel like Mordor is really, really strong. Have no trolls or any like beasts of war yet. I don't know whether they're going to get any. I don't know if that's really possible with Shogun 2. But yeah, they have got some really, really strong units here, including Orc units. They've got Numenorian units. They've got some Haradrim units. And I am excited to show these guys off. And yeah, I guess we'll just get straight on into it and like show off some of these units. But if you want to see more Last Alliance action, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And as you can see here, we have the Uric Warband. This is one of the units that I have in this battle replay that I am just quickly showing off. It was just a quick little battle against the AI, so nothing too tactical, just a way to showcase these units off. And luckily I was allowed to get a bit of a pre-alpha, so I have no one to play against. But yeah, thank you very much to the mod developer for allowing me to show off this mod early. I mean, this mod may be coming out a little bit later in the weeks. The mod may be out by the time of this video. But yeah, this is the Uric Warband. They are like a 150-man unit, or Orc unit, I should say. Really, really cool unit. I'm loving the look of them. I really like the models for the Orcs. Like, I don't know how easy it is, obviously, to like change like the models' look to make it look more like Orcish in Shogun 2, but they've done a really good job. Really, really have. Behind these guys are the Orc Raiders. I will just put a disclosure out there. I haven't got every single Orc unit here, like Mordor unit here. I've got most of them. But yeah, so I will be showing you the roster at the end of this, and also the campaign map to show you where Mordor is situated in the world and how they start off. Obviously, starting in Mordor, but yeah, see how he's situated, what you get to start with on the campaign map. But yeah, the Orc Raiders looking very similar to these Uruk band. They've got big old axe going on instead. What else have we got here? We've got lots of Orc Raiders. We've got Black Numenorian Axemen. These guys look amazing. They really, really do. One of the most elite units you can get ready for Mordor. So you're going to have Numenorians fighting Numenorians in Last Alliance. I am so excited to see these guys in action. And oh boy, they look amazing. The armor looks awesome. I love like the little feathers down the side. And they are a shock unit as well, like an axe unit. Lots and lots of axe units here for Mordor. Really one of their strengths in this game, and they rip through lines. They really, really do. We have, in the front lines here, we have some Uric Arches, looking very similar to their Uric Warband in look. Looking a little bit skinny, actually. Look at that guy. Looks like he's on the edge of death, to be honest. He's got black skin. He's like, oh God, give me some vitamins. I need something to survive. But yeah, the Uric Arches there. You've got Orc Spears behind. They're pretty cheap, pretty just... Like, they're a 188-man unit. They are just like the spam unit. They are just like your rabble almost that you send in. But you know what? They can hold their own. And like, they're a big unit. They can also form like a spear wall sort of like formation. So that can be pretty handy. We've got Uric Arches there. Just a lot of spears in the front line here. Lots of archers. We then have the Black Numenorian Warriors here, which is a bow unit. But I presume from their name, warriors, they are pretty good in combat as well. Having a shield, they can draw that sword, and they can get straight into the action if they need to. So, and they're looking pretty heavily armored. So I love like the shields as well. The black and red, like look, is awesome. Like their armor is amazing as well. I feel like on the backs. Yeah, look at that. Like they have the capes with like the Mordor icon as well. Looks amazing. Like they put in so much work into this mod. There's the developer, just like so much work put in, and yeah, just can't like appreciate it enough. It is so good. But yeah, so like, and also you gotta remember like shields and stuff. That's a new thing in Shogun. I always mention it in every video. But yeah, shields being like a new thing in Shogun. They aren't a thing that they have to put in all the animations for shields. It's amazing. More Black Numenorian Warriors. We have Uruk Stormband here, like another axe unit. They look a little bit more maybe heavily armed than the Raiders, but they're looking pretty scary as well. They are very, very good. So some of these units. We've got the Haradrim Riders out here. I think I have some on both flanks actually, but yeah, these are just like a little cheap cavalry unit. It gives Mordor, a bit of mobility, and I'm glad because Mordor needs it. Let's try and find like there you go. They sort of can see them there. We will see plenty more of them. Do not worry in this action. They have a really good game in this battle here. But yeah, they look amazing. And I think that's most of the units that I need to show off. Orc Executioners. I think I haven't shown these guys off. Again, look pretty similar. I feel like all the Orc units, like Orc Axe units, are very, very similar in looks. Maybe like that would be my only criticism of Mordor. Maybe they could do a bit of differentiation. Maybe that will come in time. But yeah, these units are. But then at the same time, like, how can you make an orc look very different? It's very difficult. But then over here, we have the one and only Nazgul Guard. There are actually quite a lot of different generals you can bring for Mordor. But I thought, you know what, we've got to bring them Nazgul. It's, you know, the iconic, like, unit for Mordor. And there you go. So we have one of the Nazgul, and they have their own, like, black Numenorian guard, which look awesome as well. But we'll get into this battle straight away. And yeah, there are other orc factions as well. There's orcs of Gundabad, there's orcs of the Misty Mountains, and there's orcs of like something else as well, I believe, which I can't remember the name. But I presume they all have very similar rosters. They have actually identical rosters, bar the Numenorians. Mordor are the only ones exclusively to have the Numenorians. So I imagine in time we will see a differentiation in like sort of rosters. I imagine like Gundabad will get a different roster to Mordor. And so on and so forth with all the orc ones. I imagine in time, but for now it's just good to have orcs in the game. Yeah, we got the I've just got my Haradrim riders here, rushing up to all of these little like points here to take these for Mordor, and you know, like just like even though the cav can't take them, it's just like to have a presence there to keep the AI in check. And the AI today is being, the AI army today is Numenor. We have the Kingdom of Numenor. It's always a good test. It's a pretty strong faction. It's not like overpowered, but it is a strong faction. We've got lots of units like Numenorian spears, we've got Numenorian swords, we've got Numenorian heavy infantry, we've got a Isildur here. I thought that was appropriate to bring him as he gets killed by orcs. And oh boy, I hope you die to orcs again, Sonny Jim. But we will see though, we will see. But yeah, and we've got armored spears here. These guys are like much more armored, much more elite than the orcs of Mordor. They are much more expensive as well. I think like my most expensive infantry unit is 1,000, which is the Numenorians, like Axemen. But I think most of the orcs cost less than 1,000, like 700, if that, some of them. So yeah, they are much more like cheaper and like crappier than the Numenorians. Like you got the Numenorian heavy infantry here. Like these guys are insane, and they look it as well. They really do look it. And what else we got? Like Numenorian Swordmasters as well. Swordmasters are a really strong unit. Yeah, they are going to do well. Just to remind you guys of what like Numenor has to offer as well to this mod as Mordor comes rushing forward. But once you come over here, it's hilarious because they have the Battle of Middle Earth like voices, so you can hear them just shouting like, "Come on, you maggots! Hold your ground!" Doing in their orcish voices. It's awesome. Because if you want to get involved in some Last Alliance action and you don't know where to get involved in some, you don't know like where's like you can't get any matches, feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description of this video. You can come and join and get involved in some Last Alliance action. I really want to do more of this mod, cover it and do some like land battles, some siege battles. Be awesome. Now with more and more factions being joined, there's more variety. It's just becoming less and less like samey. But yeah, I am really enjoying it. And also, if you want to like if you haven't already got the mod, then I'll leave a link for the description as well to go and install it. It should be on ModDB, and I think that like eventually, just keep your eye out. The new update should come out as well. I also leave a link to the Last Alliance Discord if you want to join their Discord, so you get all the announcements and like on updates on new units, what's coming next. Another place as well, probably to find easy place as well to find matches. But yeah, so my plan kind of was in this match just to kind of like flank Numenor, because the AI is dumb. Total War AI dumb. We all know this. It just sat back, let me take all three of these points. So I've got like all these shrines and stuff. I've got a workshop out here that supports armor. We've got like another one here, shrine that helps with morale, and we've got another one here that supports with melee attack and charge for all units. So that's really good. So yeah, so we've got all of these. The AI is just dumb and held back as it would. A normal match, you'd probably be contesting for those. They're just going to sit here in the open ground. So my plan was to kind of like flank around with my Uric Warband. Actually, which is your best infantry. I would just say best sword infantry available. These Uric Warband. So I don't know really why I put them on the flank. You probably really want them in the center. I had my squishy spears kind of taking up the center, supported by archers, and then all my elite axes, which are made up of these executions and Numenorian axemen. I say the executions are elite. They literally have 90 men in the unit. So I think I haven't really looked at them, but I imagine that either they are really elite or they fight to the death to the executions. I'm like not entirely sure. I'll have to check that. We'll have a look in the roster actually when we get there. Look at these boys going in column now, marching up. Glorious sights. Mordor hordes getting ready for war. It's just great to see orcs here in like who imagined in like Shogun 2 you'd have orcs? They really, really are amazing. But yeah, so I'm just rushing everything out. We've got like all the Uric warband here as well. Look at them coming forward, looking beautiful. So yeah, I'm just kind of flanking here. I've got cav on both sides, making sure my flanks are secure. Numenor does have cav. I didn't really give them any because it's just a missile cav, and I felt like, you know what, they were going to have a pretty good advantage anyway with their infantry. I felt like the cav kind of evened it up a little bit. As you can see here, that we're kind of like hitting their left flank. They are already opening fire. Numenor's like, yep, we're coming in. But I don't think Numenor realizes out on the side here. Here come the orcs of Mordor. The swordmasters can sense them, and they are ready. But they are not ready for the charge of a lifetime. And in come the orcs, just cutting through these guys. And cavalry into the back. And all of a sudden, these swordmasters, some of the cream of the crop of Numenor, are in real, real trouble. Look at that. Already these guys losing decisively. Already lost 40 guys. And the orcs are just getting got an amazing charge there, cutting down these Numenorians. And already charging in as well into the front lines, hitting these armored spears. This could be a little bit tougher. These armored spears are pretty tough to break through. We're going to have to get a bit of a rear charge. That is for sure. But oh, I'm just loving it. Orc warband in here. They're doing amazing. I should definitely remember to call them Uruk, because I'm sure there is an Orc warband, and they are probably terrible. There are a lot of low-tier units, which I haven't bothered to bring, because I felt like they was just not worth it.
They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in courage.
But yeah, already bastling away. I'm trying to just use my my Haradrim riders as much as possible. I didn't also realize over on this side that my Haradrim riders ran into some hidden troops here with some volunteer spears, and they are just kind of like shoring up the flank over here, and they're actually probably going to do a decent amount of damage to my Haradrim riders, I imagine. We've got even more cavalry in here. They're just charging straight on in. And they charge into the Haradrim riders. They charge into these like City Watch here, City Guard. They're pretty dangerous. Good melee and like bow unit. As most of the Numenorian units are kind of pretty good. I imagine against orcs anyway. I don't know. These Stormbad, maybe they could crush them. No, you know, City Guard are losing decisively. I guess they are an axe unit. But we have pikes here in the front line. This is not good, but this is a good use of my spears, I feel like. The spears are a tough unit. I mean, they're a large unit as well. They're just going to tie up these pikes for ages. They can't get like my more elite units, so that's a pretty good use over there. Over here, we've got more spears engaging. Might just do some slow-mo, you know, just to, you know, like get some idea of what's going on. But it is looking pretty nice at the moment. We're already breaking units here. Swordmasters breaking, which I'm already a big fan of. Uric Warband here beat their first Swordmaster unit as well, and they're looking to flank around at this moment in time. And you can see more spears breaking out, armored spears. Not a fan of being surrounded by Uric Warband. And this like flank here is where I'm really pushing. And as you can hear that is the noise of a Warcry going off. I was popping Warcries at this point, and it sounded amazing when you pop the Mordor Warcry. And most of Mordor's units have Warcry. So as Mordor, you need to be making sure you fully like use that Warcry ability, because you can rout units really, really quickly. You can just stack. I think it stacks, because look at this. I am routing so many units now with the Warcry ability, and like this whole flank here for Numenor is crumbling. And I have so many reserves as well. I still have like the Black Numenorian warriors to come up. They're now being sent into the action. Oh no, these are the archers, sorry. I believe my axes, yeah, they're still in here. Executioners and the axes, they're all still standing here on duty, waiting to go in.
Hurry, soldiers!
And I have my general as well, the Nazgul Guard here. He is ready to go with his Numenorians. I'm kind of looking. I really should charge into these archers. These guys are just begging to be taken out. But yeah, the Haradrim riders here doing their work, getting into the back lines of these guys, and then we go. Nazgul's Guard goes into the back of spears, which is not a bad idea. There he goes. He's going to cut through these guys. And he can just also pop his abilities, scare off some units. The pikes here, the combat even, and then go some orc executions. You know, just to, I don't know why I really sent these guys in, but just to see if we can make any headway. At this point, I felt as well comfortable that the victory was going to be ours, because we were just turning this flank. I'm also starting to throw in troops over on this side just to pin stuff down. Executioners in. What else do we have being thrown in? There's lots of Stormband here as well being thrown in. So lots of axes. Like I said, Mordor has just got lots and lots of axes. It's a really axe-heavy faction, and I think that's going to be what evens it up in fights against like Numenor and the Elves. They've just got really good, strong melee infantry. Playing defensive with Mordor doesn't look like it's an option. You want to be playing very aggressive, in my opinion. And this is working really well for me. I'm focusing down these Numenorian sword band as well. That's like Numenorian swords. They're just getting cut down. Pikes breaking as well. And now we're on to this next line. Next line has already been like overwhelmed. There we go. More cavalry going in. This is like the more elite spears here that we're engaged against as well. This could be a little bit tougher. But with our infinite like war cry abilities, we can probably just do all sorts of damage here. There you go. Look at these guys. They're breaking at 95 men. We just stack it. We're like popping so many abilities, routing them over here as well. The calves waiting, being patient. Yeah, it's looking very, very dicey right now for like all of Numenor. And what have they got still up here? This is a brave unit of Numenorian spears here that's still battling against the hordes of Mordor right now. I mean, you've got Haradrim in the back lines as well. Like, that has got to break anytime soon. But yeah, there you go. And as you can see, it's just like it all just started over here. Just one little push straight down. And like that's kind of what I did. I just found one little flank and overwhelmed it. Mordor as well, you're going to have the joy with having cheap units of having the numbers. So you will be able to flank. You'll have numbers, I think, in units and also like unit size and also in like number of units. So you will be having this joy where you can flank around, especially if you bring like units like the spears. I think these orc spears underrated. They're combat even currently. They're very tired, yeah, but they're doing okay. They're doing fine. And here we go. Finally, Numenor's AI just starts to actually make some action. I charge him with my Haradrim riders on this side as well. At this point, I didn't really care. I just wanted them engaged against stuff. They're fighting a whole bunch of like infantry in this woods. Very dark in there, so we won't look at that. And then I charge my cavalry in here, trying to break these Numenorian spears as we can. I am charging head on. I wouldn't do this, ladies and gentlemen, if I was in a close battle. But right now, I don't care. My cavalry right now is just causing absolute havoc, and I'm actually going to bring my other cavalry unit around here. You can see, and I'm going to rear charge anything I can. Right now, we've also hit a steel door, which we'll show in a minute. The steel door is in the action. But yeah, this cavalry charge here. Oh boy. In they go. And they've mopped that up, and there's a gap in the right flank now. Yeah, Isildur is in the front lines, which is also technically the back lines. Yeah, Isildur's bodyguard here. He's an action himself. So he's a tough unit to take on. Action units in this game really, really strong. Like some of the best elven units are axes. Some of the, obviously you can see some of the best orc units are also axe units. Actually, the best orc units are axe units. But Isildur is struggling here. He's losing. He's like fighting orc raiders, all sorts. Can we find, while the battle is still going, can we find some Numenorian black axemen? We can. They're in the front lines here. Why did I call them black axemen? Black Numenorian axemen. There we go. These guys in the front lines. Doing their bit. Fighting fellow Numenorians. Look at them. Beautiful. Bide on, boys. Bide on.
Our foe is utterly
and there you go. That was very quick.
Very
quick. Isildur does break there, and that is the battle. It was. I did say it was a quick one. It was not going to be anything impressive against the AI. They actually just chain route. They do. Probably with the help of those war cries, but there we go. We'll end the replay and we'll have a quick look at the end results. Also, you got to remember that I had all of the abilities from taking those buildings. That probably massively helped Mordor as well. I wonder whether my morale would have been so great had I like had that shrine. I don't know. I will have to find out like a multiplayer battle. I'd be quite interested to play Mordor in a multiplayer battle. They seem really fun. But yeah, we'll quickly have a look at this, and then we'll look at the roster quickly and the campaign. But I hope you guys are enjoying checking out Mordor. They're pretty interesting. They're pretty interesting. If they can take on Numenor, I think they could take on maybe the Empire Numenor. It doesn't really differentiate too much. I'd be quite interested to see them against the Elves, that is for sure. But unit stats, let's have a look at this. We'll look at kills. Or Uric Warband, I should say, getting nearly 300 kills here. Really, really well done. Uric Stormband getting 255. 222 for the Uric Warband here as well. Haradrim Riders getting 211. I did expect them to do pretty well, but yeah, Axe is doing well. How did the Black Numenorian Axemen do? They didn't really get into the fight too much, but 79 kills, not too shabby, only losing 5 men. So yeah, they're going to be very, very strong if they were in combat for longer. Orc Raiders did take actually a lot of casualties there, 136, and they only did 42 kills. So yes, it does seem that you need to be quite smart with your orcs if you want to do well. Nazgul Guard getting 19 kills, losing 1 man. But yeah, doing okay. But yeah, these are like Numenorian Axe, but didn't really see action. Bit of a shame. Isildur here getting 174 kills. As you can see, Axe is just the top unit. And these are Numenorian Spears 84, but yeah, nothing too impressive here for the AI because it's AI. So we will we'll quickly move on. I will quickly show you the rosters. So this is Mordor's roster. This is the army I was using in that battle. But yeah, you have the Untitled Guard, which is well, just an entirely different just bodyguard really. I'm presume this is like, I don't know who this is. This is Untitled Guard. This is like a infantry unit by the looks of it. 60. Maybe it's like a is it like, I don't know who Anatar is exactly. Is it like Sauron, like your Sauron in like human form? Maybe, I don't know. But then you've got like Snaga spears here, Orc spears, Orc band, Orc warband. Yeah, I did think there would be an Orc warband, so I've got to remember to call these guys Uric warband. Orc raiders, which we saw, Orc executioners, storm band, Uric warband, and then you've got your black Numenorian axemen as your most elites. So I didn't really show off the last two, but yeah, you could bring like a lot of cheap units, like these 350 Orc spears did okay. Then you've got black Numenorian warriors here with 1,000, costing 1,000 as well, Uric Arches, Orc Archers, and Snaga Javelinmen, and then you've got the Haradrim Riders. So I didn't show off about 4 units, really, 4 or 5 units there. You also got Uric Bodyguard, and you also have Black Numenorian Guard. So you have quite, like I said, quite a lot of generals here available. The other factions, which you have as well, you have the Orcs of Gundabad, which has just got the same like roster, really, bar the Numenorians and all the unique stuff. So hopefully eventually they will get like a unique roster of their own, and it's kind of the same where you got Orcs of Mount Graham and Orcs of Ost in Orcs. There you go, that are the other ones. They are literally all the same, they're just different like versions really of Gundabad. But yeah, so as you can see, the factions starting to stack up. It's looking good. I'm looking forward to seeing some differentiation in some of these other factions as well. But we will quickly go back and we will go into the new campaign. And we will play as Mordor for now, but you get Call of Mordor, 20% to replenishment rates, Power of the One Ring, +2 to repression across all provinces, fueling the war industry, 10% to wealth from gold and iron mines, pillaging 10% income from looting. So yeah, there you go. Looking pretty good. You start with 10 provinces, and it's apparently an easy campaign. So like, should be too hard for me. I would have thought a Total War expert. No, I'm joking. I would not say that. I'm very much in the unknown when it comes to this mod, really, as to how it goes. But it's good now that like there's a main foe like in the campaign. If you want to play a campaign, you could play as the elves, you could play as Numenor, you could go and defeat Mordor. There are orcs now to kill. There was Harad, obviously, was in the campaign, but now Mordor's in it, so it's good to see that. And you've got like the enemy, the one enemy to go and kill. I don't know if there are any other like forces of evil to really take out in like the Second Age. Yeah, there's no Isengard and like things like that. So I guess the Eastlings will get added eventually. Like Rune will be added. I imagine Rune is a thing in Second Age. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it is. Like there are evil men from like the First Age, including Harad. These things will be a thing as well. But yeah, so it seems, I think, I don't know, we'll have to see. Yeah, pre-alpha, I didn't know whether I would have this, but I do have it. So there you go, we have the campaign. So you have all of your different like places here, like settlements. Here you got Barad Nern. Where's Barad-dûr? That's the question. Barad-dûr. Here you go, the capital, a fortress here, and it is looking pretty damn nice. And you can build all sorts of things here: slave markets, bowmaker, archery, garrison, 2 furnace, war glare. So there will be wargs coming in, you imagine, as well. So that'll be good. That kind of hints that there will be some wargs added. And yeah, I mean, it's just, we've got Moran in here with like Moran Guard. That's at the Black Gate. But yeah, the map's kind of incomplete at the moment, so I don't know really if Mordor can actually get anywhere. Doesn't look like it. I mean, most of like the world is like down here. I think that's really complete. I don't know. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's just this is like the fog of war like sort of look that you have. So that's kind of cool, actually. It just makes it look like the map's incomplete, but it's not. It's just that you just can't see it, I guess. I guess. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I'm guessing. Because I know like elves and stuff are all complete, and they're out here somewhere. But yeah, so that is kind of Mordor on like the campaign map. It looks pretty good. Do you have any armies to start off with? Yeah, you got like a Nazgul in here. You got Nazgul here as well. Yeah, you have like just generals everywhere. You can just there you go, just loads everywhere. If you want to see, then you can build loads stuff. You can build some Orc spears, which are pretty good off the bat. Got an army here, just lots of Nazgul everywhere. Oh, you have Nazgul with infantry in that one. Yeah, how many Nazguls do we have? Do we have all 9? Actually, let's count. 1. That's an army as well. It's a decent army. Oh, I don't need to know about you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have Anatar here. So that is, I'm guessing this is, this is Sauron. Anatar here. So we're on 5, I think. 6. This one's here. 7.
Each general has a loyalty
8.
rating. That is
9. Yeah, you have every single Nazgul. Oh, that is pretty nice. I like that there by the developer. But yeah, so that is kind of like everything. You can build whatever you want. You can build Bowmaker. You could build, I don't know. We could build like a blacksmith if we wanted. We could do whatever we wanted. But yeah, so that is the new Last Alliance update. I hope you guys have enjoyed checking this out. It's certainly been very interesting. Certainly been interesting to see Mordor added. I'm really excited to see what they do with like the next update. I can't remember exactly what is next. I think dwarves might be next. From what I remember, just to give you a little like spoilers to what is next. But yeah, Mordor is now in the Last Alliance mod. Definitely go and check out this mod if you haven't already. And as well, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. If you want to see more Last Alliance action, I'm really hoping we can get to 6k subs, guys. So if you haven't already subscribed, feel free to do so, support and help me out there. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.